Hey, what's up? It's Tony. I hope you enjoyed the video you're about to watch and you get some useful information from there that you can utilize in your own life so that you can have a healthier, much more enjoyable lifespan. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
There's always, when we're talking about aging, and there's sleep better, eat better, exercise, manage your stress. But I want to really cover what that means because I'm of that age. As I'm 60. I've entered that next chapter, that second to last box sometimes. It's kind of like 60 and up, that's it. Whereas before it was broken down. And what I want to share with people is, because I've had, like many of us who are of this age bracket, a lot of stresses in this life. There's been a lot of joys, but there's been a lot of stresses. You don't get to be this old with a certain amount of stresses. And I can't speak to people that are 20, and I can't speak to people that are 89 years old, but I know where I am right now, I'm not the only one that has gone through stress. It's a stressful world that we live in. The problem is that nobody ever tells you how to deal with stress. They just say, oh, you've got to just manage your stress. Well, what exactly does that mean? And there's a variety of different reasons. And one of the ones that I want to ones that I want to talk about today is stress that is brought on with our own doing. Stress that we've sort of brought into our lives, particularly this one with good intention. So, I'm fortunate still to have my mother alive. I lost my father in 2016, and so my mom is still alive. She's 88. She's in great health. She had some heart issues and a stent put in, and it was many years of taking care of her. And during that time, I went back home, and basically when she was sick, I took over everything that was needed to be done. I took care of the household finances and the selling of the house and the mortgages and and her medical issues and all the calendars and all of the documentation that went up with her being sick. I took over literally doing everything in the name of helping her, which is a great thing to do, and I was very proud and happy to be able to do that for my mother, because like she always says, you only get one mother. And so the problem with this is that actually after doing this for so many years for her, and through her illness and then through her recovery, is she started to resent me. And it manifested itself in a way that gave me stress. And what I mean by that is that she started to sort of not act up or misbehave, but she wasn't, at times it seemed very pleasant, very nice to be around. And I couldn't figure out, like, I do everything for you. Like, what is your problem, And it took me a long time to realize, and it was me that realized, not her, because she's not of that generation of big speak and talk about everything in communication and conversation, but it took me realizing what was going on because it was driving me crazy. It was stressing me out. I'm doing everything for you, and it's just not good enough. There's no gratitude, there's no thanks, there's no nothing. And I don't need a pat on the head, I'm a big boy, but it's just like, you're questioning everything that I'm doing, and you're like, countering everything that I'm saying to you, and saying stuff like, do it correctly, and and sometimes even with the implication of, are you being wise with how you're managing my money and my finances? And I was getting stressed out, and I started to become extraordinarily resentful, and it was adding stress to my life, which I'm sure many of us who are dealing with either an elderly parent, could be a grandparent, could be, I don't know, we're just talking about parents and grandparents at this point, but I know that in this particular situation, and I hope that you can frame it for where you need it in terms of how you've brought stress into your life. In a long way of saying this, what I realized is that I didn't leave her with anything to do. And that was a mistake on my part, because in my quest to help, right, I enabled her, and she felt that she didn't have anything to contribute. There was no reason or purpose or contribution, or that she was a part of the process. And I didn't realize that I had taken everything away from her, and it added stress to my life because she was not happy. And my mistake was that I should have left her with things to do. I should have left her participating in her own life and her well-being, because at the end of the day, yes, maybe I can do it better or faster or more efficiently, right? But it didn't improve the quality of her life from a mental and, I guess, holistic point of view. She needed to feel purposeful. She needed to feel that she was contributing. She needed to feel that she was still a part of her life, and I had taken that away, and it had added stress to her and then stress to me, and it was a lot. And so what I've done, and what I think that people need to recognize, is that in your quest to help in a situation like that and sort of try and de-stress your world, which is impossible, it's only about managing stress, is that we have to remember to leave that parent, if you're so blessed to still have your parent, and if you are, give them a call, right, and say hello and love them, right, and we have to leave them to contribute something. And so since I've done that and allowed my mother to contribute in her own life, I have seen a change by leaps and bounds, and she is a happier person. She's more motivated, and she's more excited, and she doesn't talk so much about the past. She's talking about the future and things that she likes to do and she likes to enjoy, and that has helped with my stress levels. So when they say, manage your stress, well, stress is complex and complicated, especially if it's brought on by a good intention from ourselves. And I hope there's a takeaway from that if you are still blessed to have a parent or a grandparent in your life, that you leave them with something to do, so that they're not stressed out that they have no life, and then they stress you out, and then you have stress in your life, which will not make the quality of your lifespan better. I hope that makes some sense. All right. See you soon.